Thank you, distinguished Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, a couple of them here. Robin and Helena are personal guests of ours to Bahrain. And the reason that is the case is that exactly almost to the day, 1 year ago, we had relatives, a brother-in-law and a sister-in-law of mine, who are both residents in Perth, Western Australia, had the calamity of both were diagnosed with cancer. My brother-in-law, who is 76 years young now, managed to, he went to the oncologist at the time. The cancer that he had in his bladder had spread throughout his bladder, had actually spread to the lungs. And the oncologist and the surgeon said to him that really there was very little hope of him being able to survive. My brother-in-law, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, is probably one of the most depressed, pessimistic people you could find in the world. So he really took it very, very badly. And his wife had met some friends through friends in their social situations who introduced them to Helena Tham and later her husband, Robin. All I can say is that they had conventional medical therapy, they had radiation and chemotherapy, and the only thing I could say is that with that special support, conventional medical support, they also received the energy healing therapy that you're going to hear about today, Longevitology, which is essentially, from what I understand, the same type of concept as pranic healing, as Reiki, as so many of these energy healing systems that have been with us for thousands of years. At the moment, on November the 9th, both Glyn and Grace, my brother and sister-in-law, have both been declared to be completely free of cancer in total remission. They've since had a 3-month follow-up, literally a few days ago, and that's the same case. So I'll now, without further ado, pass you on to Robin and Helena Tham and let them tell you a little about the concept of what they've been able to provide people in Australia and now hopefully people in Bahrain.
It's an honor for us to be here, to be invited by the Rotary Club to speak to you. And I'd like to thank George Middleton to invite us to come all the way from Perth to have an opportunity to meet with you, to talk about Longevitology. I'd like my wife, Helena, my better half, to speak first, ladies first. So.
My name is Dr. Helena Tham, and I am a doctor, not medicine, but in holistic approach, and it means I'm a doctor of holistic. When you was talking about holistic, it is involved with body, mind, and spirit. To be healthy and happy, all these 3 ingredients has to be balanced. Now, today we are talking about universal energy. Universal energy has been practiced over 1,000 years in India and China and some other places. And the reason is not overpopulate is because it's only a handful of privileged people that can do that, because like the monks and the priests, they are devoting their whole life and tracing the relationship with the energy and our body. So because they spend a lot of time, so somehow along the time, then they realize there is a deeply relationship between 2 of them. That's why we call it universal energy. It's between human and the universe. The universe itself sounds like very grand, very fantastic, as infinitive and untouchable and powerful. Now, they find out a way to get this universal energy to our body. So they are, the monks and the Catholic, the priests, and the Muslims, and they find a way to practice to get their body healthier, spiritually and health-wise. But as I say, they keep it to themselves, and some of them practicing without knowing the importance between the healing and the body and the universal energy. And we are lucky enough, I learned it 2 years ago. At first, we were like most of us are very skeptical, but after the first treatment after learning it, after treatment to the first patient that have Parkinson, I just can't believe my eyes. Few days after the teacher come to open the chakra, she was shaking with the Parkinson for 3 years. But with medicines, she still can't keep her hand or the foot stay. So after treatment, a few times, she feel much better. And when the teacher come to open her chakra, the second day, he can start using his hand to do some cooking and even breaking the eggs. I say, oh my God, what happened? Just like that. So I was so impressed and want to find, after I learned it, I want to find out more. And I say, how come this is so powerful and magical? Anyway, so after learning more, I'm totally convinced this have a really direct healing with universal energy. Like these days, we have so many methods to go with, right? Reiki, right? Massage, acupuncture, they all using almost the same idea. But the method that we are using is a special technique that can be really fast. We learn it only 6 days. Then this topic is I give it to Robin to do it. But before that, after my talking. So after learning that is so powerful, so I actually commit to myself, to devote to myself, that the rest of my life, I am going to promote this technique because it's so useful. Because and even Glenn, George's brother-in-law, is the first day I saw him is totally so depressing and so sad. And I say, well, there's so many people with cancer. So if I can use this method to let them know there's a hope, they may find a way, to try a different method, different alternative way, and to help themselves. Now, we are not a miracle worker. We are only an antenna to tapping the energy to our body, and he will explain it later. But I can tell you the weakness that we have seen, that the result is so amazing, and you can't believe it. And I just hope I might confirm and claim that with the modern medical technology And with the technique that we are using, and with the heart of unconditional love to the human being, we can make this world better and healthier. Thank you.
Asking a very simple question. Mahatma Gandhi, the founder of India, Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison, and the Beatles. What do you think these people have in common? Anybody want to try? Spirituality is one of them. But actually, even more closer to spirituality is the practice of meditation. They all meditate. And from meditation, they derive a lot of the energy to focus on what they want to achieve. Mahatma Gandhi, of course, the founder of India, he did not even raise any ammunition, didn't even raise his voice, but he got the country independent from the British Empire. Albert Einstein, I think many of you know, he actually left school. But with meditation, he came up with all the physics formula that we all went through school when we learned physics. I'm an engineer, by the way, so I honor that. Thomas Edison, the founder of electricity, electric bulbs, he also was asked to leave school. But with meditation, he was able to come up with so many inventions. The Beatles, they're still the modern rock and roll band in today's. I don't think they sell more records than any other band in the world, especially Paul McCartney, John Lennon. They went to India. Actually, all four of them went to India. With true meditation, they derived them to write all these beautiful songs to be able to produce in the world. So meditation is very powerful. Helena touched on universal energy. Universal energy is all over us. We have energy. We were born with it. But how to tap onto it is true, from us, is true meditation. You know, our mind, every day, we have 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day. Our heart is beating over 100,000 beats a day, and is pumping about 7,500 liters of blood through our body. Our living cell is actually bombarded every 16 seconds, or the red cell is going through our body. Our body is working hard for us. So how do we tap onto it? Back in Taiwan, Dr. Tom Lin, back in 1993, he derived the technique of tapping on to getting the energy through to our body through meditation. And he flowed it down to our founder teacher, Teacher Lin and Teacher Wei. And they started a charitable foundation to give energy healing through meditation to people that need to enhance their energy from healing. And they go around the world. They've been around the world, probably over 20 countries, and they've taught over 100,000 students. We are one of them, and it's all for free. And then they expect all the practitioners to also do it for free of charge. And what is Longevitology? Longevitology in Chinese is translated strictly mean study of good life, a healthy body, healthy mind, and spiritually we must stay healthy. So that taught us using the process of meditation to relate to our chakra. There's a lot of energy coming through us, but there's 7 main chakra in our body to receive the universal energy. Chakra 7, which is the crown chakra, right on top of us, opposite to chakra 1, which is directly opposite us. That chakra 7, maybe Helena will come up and demonstrate to you. So this is a crown chakra, which is chakra 7, and all directly opposite is chakra 1. Now chakra 1 and chakra 7 is our main body flow of energy. Then chakra 6, which is our forehead, the back of our head, is our brain chakra, which is controlled the emotion. And 5 is your throat, and the back of the neck is control all our 5 senses. They control our ears, our nose, our tongue, and the nerve that are going through our body here, into our hand, into our feet. Your chakra 4 is your heart. This is the respiratory systems. This is for the lung and for the heart, for beat. Chakra 3 is your nipple area, and that's your circulating systems, which is all your intestine, your circulation, your kidney, your liver. And chakra 2 is your lower part. That's actually your reciprocal system, which is your producing your sex organ and your prostate. Those are the only 6 chakras. So during the class, the teacher help us to open the chakra. So we have 3 days of beginner class, 3 days of intermediate class of only 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, and the teacher opened the chakra for us. The beginner class is supposed to be open 30% of our chakra, and he will teach us how to do the ethics of Longevitology, how to be charitable, how to be compassionate to people, how to help yourself. And then the intermediate classes open another 30%, so that will be a 60% chakra open. Then it teaches how to do the energy healing to other people in different form, and some basic curing of enhancement to some of the illness. And then we expect the student to do voluntary work of 60 hours so they can be able to learn more about the practical side of this healing. And then they'll go to attend the advanced class, which is 5 days of 3 to 4 hours, and they will teach us specific to illnesses and spirituality, etc. So it's very simple, and it's only a commitment of 11 days, but it's life-changing. Now, the process is strictly through meditation to those chakra points to revitalize our metabolism, to enhance the energy flow, to give the living self a lot more life, to harmonize, and in a way that the body will heal itself. Now, this process is only an enhancement to whatever you're doing through medical treatment. We don't say you've got to stop medical treatment. You have to carry on with your medical treatment. This is just an enhancement. And with this enhancement, we find that those people who have received the treatment have tremendous improvement, have tremendous cure, like Glenn and Grace. We have a lot of testimonial. Actually, I'm treating one now who is in stage 4 of cancer. He only came in, I gave him 7 sessions only. And we had a Christmas break. I went to Sydney to visit my son, 3 weeks shutdown of the center. When I came back, he had his CAT scan, and he said to me, you know, my lung cancer have disappeared. My liver is already shrunk. My adrenal gland hasn't grown, hasn't shrunk either, but I'm feeling more energetic. And the doctor is telling me that I've got to stop your radiation pills for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, they're giving him now reduced doses of radiation. So to me, it's a blessing for us to learn. It's a blessing for people who like to try it and like to do it. And as simple as that. And of course, whatever we do is for free. We do it, we have no connection with any business. We have no connection with religion. We have no connection for promote anything else other than just what to help people. I think I'd like to conclude by saying that as long as we have a compassionate heart, be ready to accept the energy, you will get it. And if like to say 3 words with three sentences with 3 words, and you think about it. You know, the toughest 3 words and 3 sentences in our life is simply, I love you, I'm sorry, please help me. But I want you to think how to apply those 3 words, 3 sentences to our body. I think sometimes we seem to take our body for granted. Our body is functioning day in and day out. I think let's speak to our body. I love you, I'm sorry. Probably your body will tell you, please help me. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin and Dr. Helen.
Can I just say that this is what Robin has been saying, Helena was saying. When I saw what happened and saw him being cured from his severe illness, which is diagnosed as terminal, I have a doctor here in the audience, a very proud professional, a tremendous medication person. I did not believe it. I thought it was crazy. But I am telling you the proof. My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, who both had cancer this time last year, are both cancer-free. And that is the fact. And they have had conventional medicine. They've had chemotherapy, they've had radiotherapy as well. But the oncologist treating my brother-in-law, who was terminally diagnosed, could not believe and just said, this is spontaneous remission. That's all he'll say. There's some people who need some more questions.
Okay.
Look, my name is Dr. Akram. I'm senior consultant, ear, nose, and throat. From your talk, you said that the energy is 3 important points. Number 1 is the belief. Yeah. This energy, it will work.
Well, mind over matter, right?
Yes, you have to,
If
first of all...
there's a healthy mind, there's a healthy body. That's the
No, it's just to come to give you, I am a diseased man, so you treat me. So you have to believe that this energy treatment, it will help me. Yeah. Number 2, we cannot generalize the cancer. Mr. George said that he has a cancer, and the cancer, they have benign tumor, we have malignant, we have a stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 malignant tumor, we have lymph nodes. So any patient that he has a cancer cannot be treated in this way. No. Number 4, about the doctor said about the Parkinsonism. Yeah. It is a dopamine insufficiency. And how come that the energy produce a dopamine, again, to prevent the shaking of the hands? I don't believe. And you said about the meditation. So I have to close my eyes, I have to believe it, I have to prepare my body, my brain, my everything for all this energy to come to me, and then I feel that I have something. Is it correct?
But yes, to a certain extent, it's correct. But over and above that, what we do is that where you need that energy most, that's where we concentrate and put the energy on.
But if I don't believe in that this energy as a doctor, thank you very much.
Very interesting talk, thank you. Just wondering, cure for any kind of sickness, or you mentioned cancer, for instance. But
Well, this particularly was cancer, but actually is open to all kinds. I mean, I could tell you that actually whoever want to try, there could be. We have so many testimonials. I can tell you some of my experience that I've treated. I have a lady that came to me that she was. I didn't even know she was emotional trouble. You know, usually when they come, the first you ask them, "What's your problem?" They say, "I cannot sleep." Okay, no problem. You know. So when you say you cannot sleep, so you treat the head, and then she started to cry. Why was doing the treatment? Unconditional, she was crying. Then eventually, of course, I didn't ask, so my wife Helena took her outside and asked her, "What's her problem? Why she's crying?" She had depressions. She had family problem, you know. And I have people that been I hear in somebody in Canada that he had cancer for 12 years, but he had to operate on his back, on his back. We had to put 2 pins in because the cancer got to his bone, and so he had his operation, and the doctor told him, "You're going to be in the hospital for 2 weeks." So when he was in ICU, I went to treat him. 2 days he was in ICU, and 1 week he was out of the hospital, went to the rehab, and they told him he'd be in rehab for a month. He was home in a week. And even the 2 doctors who saw him to treat him for rehab was wondering where did he get so fast. And the nurse told the doctor he got a friend of his to come and see him every day, give him energy therapy meditation. And the doctor said, "Whoa, that's great. If we have patients like that, they speed up, we help the government save up millions of dollars." So there's all kinds.
these centers, do they people who have to go to birth, or there are centers?
No. Wherever the teacher go and teach, he encouraged to open a center there. So the volunteer who learn, they will have a center and then help people to do it. And it's more popular. Actually, we have center in Toronto. I'm from Toronto, Canada. We have 4 centers in Toronto. In Perth, we have 4 centers. In Vancouver, we have 2 centers. In California, we have in LA, and actually in the Asian country, there's more. Singapore, there's 4 centers. You know? So, yeah, every places where they have students, they have centers.
Robin, thank you very much. We do appreciate your presence with us today. Please put your hand together for Robin and Dr. Helena. And as token of our appreciation for being with us today, I would like to award you with this certificate on behalf of the club. Thank you very much. Thank you.